WBUR Podcasts, Boston.
I'm Daryl C. Murphy, and you're listening to The Comment. It's that time, folks. December is here, and you're looking for something to do? We got you. WBUR's Assistant Director for CitySpace, Candice Springer,
Hello.
is here.
I am, and we reunited.
Yes, we did.
In fine fashion.
Fine fashion, appropriately so.
Yes.
For the event that is Wicked. The movie musical. Now, before we discuss this movie, I just want to do a quick disclosure up front. My opinions on this movie might be influenced by how I watched it, because we watched this movie in Chestnut Hill at the Showcase Superlux Luxury Theater.
In style. Really in style.
Reclining seats, food and wait service, good food and wait service, by the way. And it was the type of theater where you could be on your phone and it didn't really bother anybody. And I really appreciate that. Felt like I was at home.
Daryl is definitely revealing his bad theater etiquette today, but I'll take it.
I liked how it moved along. It did not feel like a long movie at all. And I also appreciated how this was a musical, but I don't remember any of the songs. And so I don't remember. But I think that's
him,
because
theater people. Forgive him for that.
It was a good plot. It was good dialogue. Everything was good. It just all kind of blended and moved together.
That's actually, I like that. I like that feeling where you just felt like it was a good film.
Yeah.
And you weren't feeling taken out of it because of the songs or, like that kind of like musical theater element. You just enjoyed it all the way through.
Yeah. And look, and so that just so folks really understand that this is like a Massachusetts masterpiece.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Gregory Maguire. Concord
who
resident.
Lives in Concord, Massachusetts. He wrote the book on which the original musical is based. The book is a little darker, a little different. I feel like there are a lot of folks right now who are like watching this film and then going out to try and buy the book and like get even more of the like, what did they leave on the cutting room floor? Like, just be prepared for that. Be prepared.
Yeah.
But shout out to Gregory Maguire, who wrote this source material and basically pulled back the veil about this propaganda machine of the Wizard of Oz.
Propaganda, just problematic
propaganda.
Just propaganda. You right about that.
We love The Wizard of Oz, the original story. Obviously, these are not really connected.
Elphaba was done dirty.
But the fun thing about watching Wicked is, if you don't know the story, it really sort of says, is The Wizard of Oz actually the true tale?
Mm-hmm.
Or was there a lot of stuff that was swept under the rug and covered up and thrown in the deepest, darkest recesses of the basement?
Mm-hmm.
We revisit this story from different perspectives to find out.
What were your thoughts?
I have seen this show, the musical version, 3 times.
Yep.
So my expectations...
You're a Wicked veteran.
My expectations for this were actually on the floor. That's where you need to be when you're a theater-obsessed person like myself. You need to go in not expecting it to measure up to what you've seen before, which is iconic, and just let it kind of wash over you. And I gotta say, they did the dang thing. They did it. It's definitely very true to the source material, but there's some extension. There's, a lot of magic that you didn't get to necessarily see on stage because you just can't technically do that. The acting was sound. Cynthia Erivo is incredible.
Blew me away.
Just incredible. Ariana Grande really hitting her operatic voice, which she doesn't really do. Extremely impressive. Choreo, design, cinematography, it was epic.
Yeah. So we talked to some people who viewed the movie with us in the theater. Here is Talia Hamburg, who let us know who her favorite character was in the movie.
I have to give a shout out to Bowen Yang. I've been watching him for years.
He was so fun.
He was so amazing. I can't.
I love when he was like, we need a pastry.
Yeah,
that was a fun moment.
He did a lot of improv as well on it, so I'm just really happy for him.
He definitely took every little moment that he had, and he just shined. It was
Yeah.
incredible to watch him. You know, SNL cast member
Yep.
for many years, also a podcast host on Las Culturistas. He really killed it, and he had that choreo down. He had that
did.
choreo down.
The guy did great. He
Mhm.
did fantastic.
Mhm.
And like, I also love how, you know, you're among the people who saw the play.
Yes, three
several
times. 3 times.
And we also talked to someone else who did, Sandy Nagler, who said she saw the play 3 times as well. And here's what she had to say.
They did a great job. The dancing was amazing. The choreography and the scenery, I think they'll definitely win Oscars.
An
Ooh.
Oscar.
Do you think it's going to win Oscars?
I could see that.
What
I could
what
see
for?
that.
What for? Song.
Best actress.
Song. Best actress? Ooh.
I think I could see Best Actress.
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, she killed it.
What about Ariana Grande? You think she's going to get...
Best supporting?
Oh, do you think they'll go in for lead? Both of them?
Nah, Ariana can't get. You can't get it. Sorry. We know you're Ariana Grande and all that. We get it, but no. This is Cynthia Erivo's movie.
It is really
okay?
Cynthia Erivo's movie. Ariana really does hold her own, but I think she also does a great job of making sure that it is Cynthia's movie.
Yeah.
For sure, right? Like, she really understands her role as the supporting actress, the comedic relief,
Yep.
the silly pink floofy character who floats about
She
the screen.
played her character very well, and it was something that I felt like it was a character she knew how to bring the best out of.
Exactly. So here's the really interesting thing about Cynthia Erivo playing Elphaba.
Mm-hmm.
She is the first Black actress to embody the role of Elphaba in a U.S. version of Wicked.
Okay.
So there have certainly been Black actresses who have played Elphaba on the stage as swings or understudies or fill-ins. And there was actually one lead Black actress, Alexia Kadim, in the UK West End version of Wicked. But there has never been a Black actress who has been the full-time lead of Wicked on Broadway in New York. So Cynthia is the first person to really embody this role in a US version of the show. And it hits different.
On a much bigger platform.
Exactly, like to the world.
That's huge.
To the world.
So
And
she's introducing people to
Absolutely.
the Wicked legacy.
And it really just changes, I think, a little bit of sort of your sense of experiencing this character. And I think, I've heard rumors that now they're thinking about casting the next actress on Broadway with a Black actress because of the film, which is like so interesting that the film is having that impact. And now Broadway is responding to the fact that people are sort of resonating with the material in a much deeper way.
My fiance came with us, Lanika.
Our favorite companion
And
at all of these moments.
I did not like musicals like that until Candice put me on. Lanika has been with me on this journey.
A lot of, for almost
Yeah.
everything we've gone to see.
She's not a full convert yet, but she gives these things a chance. And here's what she had to say.
I was pleasantly surprised because I pride myself on being someone who does not like musicals. And I came into this really ready to dislike it. And I was very into it. I was very into the storyline. The singing still, I don't know. But the storyline, I did not know there was this whole political undertone.
What I loved about Lanika watching this was the audible that was going on. You were like really
Because none of these people were to be trusted.
It was so true. I just Lanika immediately after the movie was over is like, I'm 10 toes down for Elphaba.
Yeah.
None of these people to be trusted. Question everything.
Yep.
All of the political undertones, she picked up on everything. She was totally riveted by the entire story.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
There is a lot in there to pull apart and play with. I'm telling you, if you don't like musicals, just set that aside. Go see this movie. It's pretty good. All right, so that's Wicked. But Candice, you have more stuff for us.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back to discuss.
Sounds good.
I'm Meghna Chakrabarty, host of On Point. At a time when the world is more complex than ever, On Point's daily deep dive conversation takes the time to make the world more intelligible. From the state of democracy to how artificial intelligence is transforming the way we live and work to the wonders of the natural world. One topic each day, one rich and nuanced exploration. That's On Point from WBUR. Be sure to follow us right here in your podcast feed.
And we're back. All right, so we just came from the movies.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we got for the month of December?
So we have an event that's actually coming up really quickly that I think is really awesome, especially, and during this holiday season where you might be looking for some stuff to buy for the people that you love. And it's called the Massachusetts Independent Comics Expo, or
MICE.
Yeah, for short. And it's happening December 7th through 8th. That is this weekend, and it's at Boston University, right in the Visual Arts Building, which is the Fuller Building. And this expo is New England's biggest and longest running independent comics festival in New England.
Mm-hmm.
They bring together a community of artists and, festival goers, comics fans, to celebrate the creativity and self-expression of independent creators, which is really, really cool. And this year they're celebrating their 15th anniversary, which is totally dope.
Oh.
So they offer stuff for everyone. So there are panel discussions and workshops. And then, of course, there is the marketplace, as I mentioned before, with over 200 independent comic creators.
We popped in last year and walked through, and we bought like one or two little books or something like that. But it was really dope, really expansive. Seemed like there was a lot to choose from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of new artists to meet. This is actually a majority New England creator festival.
Yeah.
And 40% of the creators come from Massachusetts, which is totally awesome, right? I mean, you're used to like hearing about Comic-Con and, all of these sort of larger expos, which is like very like super brand heavy. And this is like really focused on independent individual creators and the art that they have.
And those events are kind of expensive.
They
too.
are.
Yeah.
They are. And guess what? This one, totally free.
And so our producer, Franny, just told me she went last year and spent like $200 on comics.
And you know what? When you're getting in for free,
It can happen.
yeah, that's amazing. And I think
And there's that much stuff for you. Because I
Exactly.
didn't find anything that was like super expensive on its own. Franny just has a problem. No.
Franny is also an artiste.
She's an
Daryl.
artiste herself. You might see some of her pieces in there. this year.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I would not be surprised if that happens one day, for sure. So yeah, the marketplace is amazing. There's definitely a lot to explore, a lot to see, a lot of creators to meet, but they also have hands-on workshops. So if you are an artist, they have workshops for people of at all skill levels, whether you're a beginner and you're just diving into the world of comics and you want to learn about it, or you're experienced and you want to, refine your craft. They're all there to sort of support each other and help each other and teach each other. And the panel discussions also too cover really timely and thought-provoking topics like comics and activism, or memoir comics, or even comics about weird things, random things like bugs. And
It sounds like a place to go and find your people.
Absolutely.
Find your
Absolutely. And there's a cool, actually, pre-expo event on December 6th. They're starting off the weekend with Egyptian comic artist Dina Mohammed. She wrote a graphic novel called Shubek Lubek, which was like, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which was one of the sensations of 2024. And she'll be in conversation with Joel Christian Gill.
Okay.
Yeah, who is a professor at Boston University. He is the chair of the visual narrative department, and he also writes and draws comics too, and graphic novels. A lot of them are focused on Black history, so he's really, really cool. Definitely check him out as well. But yeah, there are just so many interesting special guests who are going to be there. I definitely think that this is an event that people should go to really sort of like, if you're into the comic world, go find your people, but also maybe like go and explore something that you might not be so used to.
Yeah.
Meet some new people. There's incredible art and talent in our region. And this is an opportunity. Yeah, this is an opportunity to really engage with those artists and to support them in their work during this holiday season.
So that's MICE, December 7th to the 8th on BU's campus at the Fuller Building.
Yes, indeed.
All right. All right, what we got next?
All right, this one is another film, but it is a film with a twist. And I guess
is this a musical or it's
not
just
a musical.
typical film?
It's a film.
How long is this film?
That's a good question. It's much shorter than Wick. Actually, I guess I should start with asking you a question, Daryl. Like, what's like the holiday movie that you would never miss every year?
There's A Christmas Story.
Ooh, good one.
Die Hard.
Yes, that is a Christmas movie, people.
Absolutely. 100% a Christmas movie. I think those are the two that come to mind right now.
Nice. Those are classics, iconic. For me, one I never, ever, ever miss is Home Alone.
I just watched that a few days ago.
For the first time or?
No.
Okay. I was like, have you been living under a rock or not? Let me figure out who I'm talking to today.
I might have saw that one in theaters.
Oh, yeah. Home Alone is a classic, and there are a few opportunities actually to catch Home Alone in a special and unique way this December. So the first is called A Nostalgic Night with Macaulay Culkin, which they're actually hosting at the Chevalier Theater in Medford on December 15th.
Chevalier Theater.
Yes. This is kind of cool because you get to screen the film, you get to watch the film, and then that is followed by an exclusive moderated interview with Macaulay himself.
What?
Yeah, exactly. He plays Kevin McAllister, the kid in the center of the film who gets left at home. I mean, the title is self-explanatory, but for those who don't know, gets left at home, and then two bungling thieves try to ruin his Christmas, but he fights back. So Macaulay's going to be there. And he's going to talk about all of the behind-the-scenes experiences of being in the movie and, like, what the whole thing was like. There's two of them. There's one at 2:30 and there's one at 7:30. The tickets for the 7:30 show are almost sold out, so you might want to check that out as quickly as possible. But, like, that's kind of cool. There's also an opportunity to actually meet Macaulay Culkin if you purchase one of the VIP tickets. So if you're really into Home Alone, why not do that? I would. Say you don't want to hear from Macaulay Culkin, but you love Home Alone, and maybe you want to like wait until Christmas is over. You got too much to do. You got all the shopping.
Yeah, you side with the thieves.
Exactly.
You want to see Joe Pesci. Is there a Joe Pesci night?
Not yet, but they should do that. The Symphony Hall, the Pops are also screening Home Alone, and they're doing it right after Christmas. They're doing it on December 27th, 28th, and 29th. And the beautiful thing about seeing it at Symphony Hall is all of the glorious music by John Williams, total icon, will be done by the Pops. So it'll feel really like festive and cheery because you'll be watching the movie to a live soundtrack. So if the interview piece it doesn't interest you, but you want to sort of like enhance your experience of watching Home Alone with a live orchestra, try that one on for size. I think that'll be nice.
Okay, so the first one that's at the Chevalier Theater in Medford.
Yes.
What are the dates again?
The date for that is December 15th, 2 showings at 2:30 and 7:30.
And then we have Home Alone at Boston Symphony Hall, December 27th, 28th, and 29th.
Yep, and the 2 weekend shows, Saturday and Sunday, are at 7:30, and the one on the 29th is a matinee at 3 o'clock.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's time to bring it on home to CitySpace. What do we got going on for the month of December at CitySpace?
How about some hip-hop dance?
I could do some hip-hop dance.
Yeah, we have a local dance crew in the city, and they're called the Floor Lords.
The Floor Lords.
Yeah, they're amazing. And we've actually had them at CitySpace before when Alex Diaz, their president, was named one of the makers. So Alex and his crew are coming to CitySpace, and it's going to be a two-part event. We're going to have a conversation about the history and the mission of the crew, because really what they like to do is empower local youth, give them an outlet, and, sort of like a creative way to, express everything that, young teenagers probably need to express, as they're growing up in the world. And Ariel Gray, one of our arts and culture reporters,
shout out to Ariel Gray,
is going to talk to them about how the group came along. It's been here in the city for a really, really long time. Then they're going to show us some moves, some very basic elements of hip hop. I mean, we're not going to have you doing the worm on the floor by the end of the night, but you might go home with a couple tips and tricks, and then they're going to just blow your mind at the end with an electric performance
love it.
that will sort of take over the stage and the floor. So really looking forward to that. That's on Wednesday, December 11th at 7 o'clock.
Okay, know your fundamentals, folks. Hip-hop, breakdancing is one of the key elements. You gotta know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what else is there? That's it?
No, there's more.
Is there more?
There's more, Daryl.
Merry Christmas.
Or how about Happy Kwanzaa?
Yeah, hell yeah, happy Kwanzaa. Power to the people.
Speaking of Kwanzaa, we are bringing back James Beard Award-winning culinary historian Jessica B. Harris. She wrote the book High on the Hog, which inspired the Netflix series of the same name. And she has an updated version of her cookbook, A Kwanzaa Keepsake, which actually goes through the history of Kwanzaa and also pairs it with recipes for the holiday season so that particularly new generations of Americans who celebrate Kwanzaa, particularly Black Americans, obviously, can start creating their own traditions. I know nothing about Kwanzaa. I'm one of those people. Do you celebrate Kwanzaa?
I don't celebrate Kwanzaa. I respect it.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I don't celebrate it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just know it's there.
Yeah.
Should I choose to one day?
Yeah. And
I'm glad it's there.
I'm really interested to learn more about it. And so she's going to come and she'll be in a conversation with Tamika Francis, who is the head of an organization in Boston
shout out to her.
called Food and Folklore. And yeah, we're going to talk all about it. We're going to talk about the recipes in the book. And then guests are going to enjoy a spicy 3-cheese mac and cheese and holiday gingerbread with molasses whipped cream after the show. Sounds good.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. A little holiday-esque end and cap to CitySpace and some performances to go with
And
it.
what's the date on that again?
That one is December 9th at
December
6:30.
9th. All right, that's pretty soon. I might pop in and get some of that food.
We'll leave the back door open.
Happy Kwanzaa. Well, Candice,
Yes.
as always, we did it. This has been a blast. Can't wait for January. Top of 2025.
Looking forward to it. And you know what? It was a pleasure defying gravity with you today, Daryl.
Yes, Defying Gravity. I do remember that song.
Oh, good.
'Cause
Thank goodness.
Because, yes, I think that's an important song in the movie.
And with that, I'll say,
Yeah! That was Assistant Director for WBUR's CitySpace, Candice Springer. And that's our show for today. Thank you so much for listening to The Common. Look, if you want to get in touch with us, you can go to our Instagram at WBUR The Common. You can also send us an email at thecommon@wbur.org. Hit us up. Let us know what you're thinking. Did you see Wicked? Tell us how you feel about it. Or share your plans for December. I don't know, whatever you want to do, hit us up. And also, if you liked the show, leave us a review. Go to wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple or Spotify. Rate and review us. Let us know how you're liking the show, etc., etc. You know the deal. And with that, I'm going to let you know that this show is produced by Franny Monahan. It's mixed by Emily Jankowski and Paul Vikis. And it's edited by Samantha Joshi and Ben Brock Johnson. And our theme music is Me from Hisu. And from the newsroom of WBUR, I'm your host, Daryl C. Murphy. I will talk to you next week.